Welcome back. Well, Sun Pharma is in focus. They did have their conference call last night, so a couple of important takeaways. Currently, there is a motion seeking a preliminary injunction which has been filed in a US court to prevent the launch of Leqselvi, which is basically their drug, which is for alopecia. The company is saying that they intend to rigorously oppose that particular motion. It will possibly maybe delay the launch of the drug in the US markets, according to analysts. The company cannot comment on when they'll be able to launch that drug now. Separately, they did mention that the US FDA is looking to re-audit the Halol plant, or they will ask the US FDA to re-audit the Halol plant, but they will only call them when they are 100% ready with the remediation. In fact, I did catch up with CS Muralidharan, who is the group CFO of Sun Pharma. Began by asking him about the specialty business and the key drugs and their performance in the quarter. Listen into what they had to say.
So our key products in specialty business continue to do well. In this quarter, we saw good growth in Ilumya, Cequa, Winlevi, and Odomzo. However, the slight drop compared to Q4 was mainly on account of seasonality and one of the specialty products, Revlon, in the last 2 quarters. Our outlook on specialty business remains to be positive, and we expect the existing products will continue to grow. And there doesn't seem to be any concern for growth front.
Okay. So what is the run rate that we could expect on a quarterly basis for the specialty business?
We are not giving any guidance for any separate business segment. We have already said that we continue to focus on maintain the growth momentum in the global specialty business.
Okay. And how much would it probably inch up to as a percentage of your total revenues, considering it's around 17.7% of your total sales currently?
The last 3 to 4 years, we have almost moved from about 7.7 to 8% to about 15 to 16% levels. That's the level of momentum we had in the global share of specialty to consolidated revenues in the last 4 to 5 years. So then you can extrapolate how we will perform in the going forward.
Okay. All right. Well, there is one particular piece of news. I know you mentioned that you all can't really comment on it in the conference call, but there is a preliminary injunction on your alopecia drug, Leqselvi. Can you just give us more details on it?
So we already said in the earnings call that we would not like to speculate further on the outcome of the litigation. A preliminary injunction has been sought in an attempt to prevent us from launching Leqselvi. We intend to rigorously oppose the motion. However, you will appreciate that it will be the court to decide. Our commitment is to launch the product.
Okay. So when were you expected to launch the product initially?
We were expecting to launch the product post-approval. However, we always need to factor a couple of months post-approval for other marketing-related preparation activities.
So there's an assumption that it's been delayed because of the preliminary injunction and you don't know till when?
We said we will be unable to comment further at this point of time when the matter is already in discussion in the courts.
Okay. Now, X of the specialty business, the US generics business was flat on a year-on-year basis. Why is that? What was the contribution of, say, Revlimid generic this quarter? What was price pressure like? And what is your guidance on both price pressure as well as the new launches?
The sales of lenalidomide in the US for Q1 FY25 was not large. Somewhat broadly in line with the sales in Q4 FY24. And we have maintained in the past that the generic lenalidomide sales tend to be episodic and fluctuates between quarter to quarter. So our overall US generic business, we continue to remain positive. As far as price is concerned, price pressure continues to be there, and it is quite product specific.
Okay, it's quite product specific. Overall, are you expecting a pickup in the US generic sales?
Our objective is to grow all of our businesses.
Okay, no guidance there. But margins, this quarter margins were quite strong. What is the similar run rate that we can expect in coming quarters for the margins?
So we are not giving any specific guidance on EBITDA margins. We will continue to invest in R&D to build a strong product portfolio, both in the specialty and generics. At the same time, keep our focus on profitability. And you have seen in the past that we have worked on improving our efficiencies and thereby deliver the resultant EBITDA margins.
Okay. Now, your top line guidance is high single-digit consolidated top line growth, which was given last quarter. Does that still stand going into the entire FY25?
Yeah, while in Q1 FY25, we have top line growth is 6.3%, but as mentioned in the call, our all businesses are well positioned to grow at this point of time, and we maintain our top line guidance of FY25 given earlier.
Okay. You're also, what is the plan on ramping up GLP-1 drugs? Because a lot of your peers are now looking at it quite competitively. What is Sun Pharma's plan?
So at this point of time, GLP product 1 is under the clinical trials is going on. So too early to comment in terms of the opportunity.
Would it be via partnership or would it be a standalone generic that you would enter as?
We will let the investors and other analyst community know in terms of a strategy. It could be market specific in terms of partnership, or few markets we may go ourselves also.
Okay. Now that Taro has become a private company, what is the consolidated cash on books for the consolidated entity?
The total consolidated at Sun Group level, we are having a net cash of $2.3 billion.
Okay. And integration is complete with Taro?
The Taro transaction closed in late Q1 FY25. Currently, the position integration activities are going on, and we expect that we will be able to complete in the near term the integration work.
Okay. Dadra received a warning letter. What is the status of remediation and resolution there?
So we are working to address the issues at the site, and after completing the remediation, we will be presenting to FDA the site for re-inspection.
But that would probably take some time considering that you just received the warning letter.
We're working on it at this point of time. We have taken the FDA feedback very constructively and made commitments to address the concerns.
And Halol?
We're working in Halol also at this point of time, completing the remediation facilities, and as soon as we're ready, we will request the regulator for re-inspection.
Okay. Can we expect a re-inspection for both these facilities this calendar year?
It's very difficult to give any specific timelines at this point of time.
All right. Last question then, sir. Mohali plant, have you all resumed supplies from that facility entirely?
See, the supplies from Mohali has been somewhat flattish compared to the previous quarters. However, as we said earlier, we are gradually on the path to normalization of supplies.
But any pending issues from the plant?
We currently, based on the last information of the regulator, we are working on the appropriate actions, what is required to be done on the site.
All right, that's the conversation that Ekta had with the management of Sun Pharma post their numbers. They're working on the Dadra plant remediation. We're unable to comment on the size of the opportunity of a couple of drugs as well, but we'll keep an eye out on this development as we go along. But as we move on, let's take a short break. And as we do that, here's something that we're thrilled to announce. It's called the College Connect program. It's under our ongoing season of HSBC presents CNBC-TV18 Future Female Forward, the Women's Collective. Recognizing college students as leaders, opinion makers and change makers of tomorrow, this unique initiative encourages the youth to foster inclusive and diverse workplaces, drive gender parity and tackle societal and business challenges as well when they join the workforce. So we're kicking this off tomorrow at 3 p.m. from IIT Delhi with some of the biggest leaders and voices joining us. Stay tuned.